This week we start off Season 5 with a bang. We're going to show you what we have planned for over $24,000 worth of tools. Dave finishes the battle of the Brushless Hammer Drills, Jim pits Ryobi versus SKIL, and we look at new tools coming for 2022. This is your Power Tool Week in Review.
This episode brought to you by Flex, It's What's Next, and Spider, Pro-Powered Tools.
Welcome back, Power Tool fans, to Season 5 of the Power Tool Week in Review. I'm Rob, and behind me we have 4 new shelves on our set, each one loaded with over $2,000 worth of power tools that we purchased ourselves from DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee, and Flex. And at the end of this month, we're going to let one of our channel members pick a shelf for themselves. But before I get too deep into that, let's get to the news, starting with Dave over at ManCaverTools, who this week continued his battle of the Brushless Hammer Drills, where he tested several popular versions from Milwaukee, Flex, Hilti, DeWalt, Bosch, and several more. This time around, forcing these poor drills to bore out what looks like a 3/4 or inch holes with a huge auger bit. Dave seems to have a bad habit of abusing his power tools, but at least we get to watch. And this time, only 3 brands failed. To find out which ones, head over to ManCaverTools. Jim over at PhillyFix continues his quest to find pro power and entry-level tools, this time featuring a SKIL PowerCore 20 Impact for the first time on his channel, and making it hash things out with a Ryobi 1+ HP. To test these guys, he drives several 8-inch timber lock lags into lumber, bores out holes with a 1 1/4 inch auger, and even a 1/2 inch wide 12-inch long lag into the end grain of a 4x4. Why do these guys hate their tools so much? After testing, Jim notes that based on feel alone, the SKIL was not only more powerful, but also kept vibration down. But the truth is in the numbers, which he reveals at the end. The team over at TorqueTestChannel tends to take a break from torque testing once in a while, and typically bring their obsessive styles of testing to other areas where they think brands might be cheating. That includes the ominous Lumen's rating on work lights. This week they brought back out their clever Lumen rating rig, and this time put several headlamps to the test, including examples from Milwaukee, Slonic, Petzl, Coast, Matco, and my personal choice, Nitecore. Now, the point of these tests isn't to determine the brightest, but to compare test results against the claims the marketing departments puts on their packaging. And yep, there's some creative advertising going on. They, of course, also test runtime, charge time, and fit. And while I'm glad my favorite brand performed well, they eventually concluded that you should just put them all on your head at once, which feels a little excessive to me. Our production crew joins us every Tuesday on a private live stream, and they help us find content for our show. And this week, Irakli found a new channel called miilersconstruction that's only a few months old, and shared this detailed review of the Flex Mud Mixer. Besides reviewing the features, Aaron put the mixer through its paces and made a good case for tossing their Bosch corded model for this new cordless version from Flex. These guys are actual tradesmen, and so far their content is far better than their 27 subscribers would suggest. So, in the spirit of encouraging good tool reviewers, be sure to go give them a shot at your sub as well. Our buddy Tim Johnson over at Shoptoolreviews is not a man of few words, but you would be forgiven for assuming that not even Tim could talk about Ryobi storage bins for 20 minutes. You'd be wrong, of course. As you can see in the background of any of Tim's videos, he's a stickler for organizing his tools. So when Ryobi decided it was going to take on the likes of the Pack-Out series from Milwaukee, Tim couldn't help but check it all out. While he did obtain some of their new wall storage stuff that I'm personally most excited about, he decided to focus on the mobile boxes instead. Tim goes over every inch and feature of all 3 options and tells us what he likes and what he doesn't. If you have yet to give Ryobi a chance at storing your tools, you might want to check this out. Now, our last stop is back with Marius from Mastering Mayhem, who went shopping for deals again, and this time he found an insane Cobalt 40-volt backpack blower, which produces a serious 690 CFM at 135 miles an hour. Besides delivering on all that power, Marius seemed really happy with the build quality and the comfortable ergonomics of this backpack blower, and at 20 pounds, you could wear it for a really long time. Assuming, of course, you have the Cobalt batteries to keep it running. He was able to drain 2 4-amp-hour 40-volt batteries in 30 to 45 minutes. Of course, none of this would matter to Marius if he didn't get a good deal. Fortunately, he found this $299 backpack blower for only $122 on clearance at Lowe's. Of course, as with anything on clearance at Lowe's, your local results may vary. Happy hunting. All right, let's talk new tools. So it's 2022. So far, we've set new illness records in all 50 states. Politicians have successfully convinced us that anyone with a different idea than ours is the devil. Extreme weather is now called weather. And Betty White, God rest her soul, isn't here to fix any of it. But if there's one thing we can still look forward to this year, it's new tools. And while we don't know exactly what's ahead of us, thanks to a few leaks, we have a clue or two to get excited about. Now, Ego decided to simply announce all of their 2022 tools up front. That includes a new 16-inch chainsaw, a 16-inch string trimmer with Line IQ technology that automatically winds your line and then auto-feeds it as you need it. They also announced a new 52-inch version of their popular Z6 with 25 horsepower, and it includes 6 12-amp-hour batteries that can tackle up to 4 acres on a single charge. They also announced this crazy new LED work light, a huge misting fan, updated select cut mower, and my personal favorite, the all-new 765 CFM blower. That number isn't a joke. 26 newtons of power, my dudes, and up to 200 miles an hour. I asked our product manager about those ridiculous numbers. I wanted to know how much higher could they go, and he laughed and said, "We're just about to the point where you can't hold it in your hand anymore." So I figure a couple of these strapped to the front of my own Z6, and I have a riding leaf blower that I may not need, but one I deserve. Of course, we can expect a ton of new tools from other brands as well. We've all been asking for a mower and a track saw from Milwaukee for, 300 years or so, and while they admitted to a mower by distributing this singular photo, they won't own up to a track saw yet, despite a convincing placeholder accidentally showing up on Home Depot's site. Flex promised us that the next phase of 24-volt Pro killers were right around the corner, and we're hearing recently that they have more than just new tools planned. Now, there are other brands that have shared some pretty amazing new tool news with us, but we can't tell you about it just yet. But trust me, 2022 is going to be the year of power tools, and if we all focus on that, maybe we'll miss all the things that'll make this year terrible. Let me know in the comments below what tools you're going to be looking for this year. And that brings us to the $8,000 worth of brand new unboxed power tools on the shelves behind me. Let me show you. So here at Belts and Boxes, we have a YouTube member program called Production Crew. The guys and gals are diehard tool fans, and they join us every Tuesday for a private live stream where they get to help us choose which video and content we'll feature each week on our show. They also help support our channel, get unique promotional deals from Ohio Power Tool, and this month, one of them is going to get to choose one of our 4 shelves for themselves. We're holding a private giveaway to thank our members for being a contributing part to our power tool community and perpetuating the generous and inclusive attitude we value here at Belts and Boxes. To qualify for our January giveaway, you have to have been a member on December 31st. That leaves us with just 39 people. For $2,000 worth of tools, those are some pretty ridiculous odds. We're able to do this with the help of Spyder. We asked them to sponsor our production crew because if we're going to give away the very best pro tools, they're going to need the very best pro blades and bits to use them. Now, each week in January, I'm going to show you what's on one of the shelves, starting with this one. This is the DeWalt shelf, and the absolute gem of this group is my all-time favorite saw, the DeWalt FlexVolt 60-volt max brushless 9-inch cutoff saw. But even with this $800 kit, there was enough cash to buy the 20-volt max combo kit with the $999 20-volt max half-inch hammer drill with FlexVolt Advantage and the $887 20-volt max XR Impact, which was $399 for the kit. We're also including the 20-volt max 3000 lumen tripod light for $229, the FlexVolt 60-volt max reciprocating saw for $229, the 20-volt max 7 1/4-inch circular saw with FlexVolt Advantage, and finally the 20-volt max XR barrel grip jigsaw. Blessed be. That brings the DeWalt shelf total to $2,054, but of course, what's the point in having pro-level tools if you don't have pro-level accessories? Fortunately, Spyder's providing the blades and bits these power tools need, including their framing blade, an insane 7-inch diamond edge cutoff wheel which you can actually use in the circular saw, a jigsaw blade kit that includes their double-sided blades which puts the blessed in your barrel grip, their 3x3 double-sided reset blades, and of course, their legendary mock blue bit set, bringing the shelf's total to a respectable $2,173. Now we have 3 more shelves to show you, featuring Makita, Flex, and Milwaukee tools. We'll reveal each one throughout January, and then at the end of the month, we'll announce our winner and let them pick which shelf they'd like to take home. Maybe we should do that live. Of course, that would leave us with an empty shelf, and we can't have that. So we're working on having someone special decide what tools will fill the next shelf, so stay tuned for that. But giving stacks of new tools to our members is only the first step. As a community, we're going to be giving away $1,000 worth of tools to young apprentices and students who need a helping hand to get started in the trades. Thanks to our members, we'll be literally building a bigger community of tradespeople together. We're going to be doing that thanks to the contributions from our members and a generous donation from our show benefactor, Mr. Robert Bates. If you're not familiar with Bob, he's a power tool fan and a regular among live streams in the power tool scene. Bob wants more people to love tools and see more young people choose the trades. So he's going to work with our production crew to make that happen. We'll have more details on our philanthropic endeavors in the coming weeks. Now, if you'd like to be like Bob, you should consider joining the production crew here at Belts and Boxes. There's now a more affordable level as well called Shop Staff that lets you be a part of all the tool and philanthropic fun without the responsibility of helping us run the show. To learn more, simply click the Join button below this video. Be sure to join us next Friday where we'll show you the tools on our second shelf. I want to thank Flex for sponsoring this episode, who just announced an extension of their lifetime warranty on their new line of Pro Tools. Tool fans, go do something kind for someone else this weekend, and we'll see you next week. Get better, Sarah.